Hi, my name is Aruna. I'll be presenting module 9 for demo. Let's get started. So, this is the CodeBlocks social media platform that I have implemented. I have implemented the front-end requirements, and as well as I have integrated the front-end requirements with back-end APIs. So I'll show you first on the front end how I have implemented. Then I'll explain integration with the APIs and the fetch responses in the code in detail. So first we are doing the login. So this is the header part, and this has the post modal window. I'll do cancel, and this is the username with the account settings and logout. If you do account settings, it will show a toaster notification, and if you do logout, we'll be logging out. So this is the home page, main user view. Here we will have user status, user info, and the list of posts that are made by this user with the likes. See, if you select this post, it will be populated in the next to the list here, the individual post. You can do the like. See, once you do the like, okay, it's blocking you to again like the post. So next we'll go to blogs. So the list of blog posts that the user has made. So individual post, you can see the blog here. Comment list if there are any comments. See, post and the network. These are the different user cards that I have implemented here, and each user card you can see the information, the user information, user status, and the most recent post. So if there are any, it will be populated here. And blogs I have shown you. You can do blog post. It's added here. Comments and all. Admin, his admin tab, and user manager card. It's under construction, and the content manager as well. So here the CSS I have applied is the React Bootstrap CSS. So let's go to the code part here now. I will do login page. One second. Let's do login page first. In the login page, so the API call to backend is seen here. See, auth/login. So this is the API call that we are making, and so the method we are using is post method, and headers and the JSON format. And here it makes a HTTP post request to the backend login endpoint. So the backend authentication API, you can see here, and the body, it sends the user email and password as JSON string. I can show that in the, I have tested this in the Postman as well. I'll show you login API. See, and the processing, the response will be happening here, and there is if any error is there, it will be handled in the with a new error message called login failed. And here the parse response converts the server's response from JSON format to JavaScript object, and logging prints the response data to console for debugging. See, it will print to the console, and it will store the user data in the browser. I can show you in the browser as well. One second. See, Now we are logging in, right? So we logged in. We'll go to console. Let me clear console. We log in again. See here, if you see the login page, you are seeing the login response here. See, login is successful, and the data you have here is session token, first name, last name, email, and auth level. So this is the response we have shown in the code here. See, for example, the sample response. See, this is the sample response we are expecting, and it is shown here, the email and auth level. And coming to the so I have explained the error handling also. It was handled in the catch block, and finally block will always run to reset the loading state. Then we'll go to the register page. So the register page is like to register a new user, API call and response structure will be explained here. I will show the fetch request. So the lines 243, I think here, yeah. So this is the fetch response. So here is the API that we will be testing now, and you can see that here we are posting the data. If not successful, it parses the error, and the data will be stored in the local storage. I will show in the UI as well. For example, log out, go to register now, do real quick test 9999. See, I will do register. You are seeing the register page here, right? I will show the response also. Register. See, here you are seeing the response, right? The same response we can see in the UI as well, similar response. See here, registration successful, message. The data you are sending here is, see, email, first name, location, all password, all these details that you have sent will be displayed here. So this is the fetch response, and now we will go to, after the registration, we'll go to the main user view. So main user view, here I will explain the two use effect hooks that handle the API data fetching in the main user view component. The first use effect is, I'll show you. Okay, this is the first use effect. So it basically fetches the user profile logic. Here it gets the user ID that was saved in the local storage. You're seeing that code, right? So, and it retrieves the logged in user's ID. It was stored during registration or login, and we will use that for debugging purpose. And that API returns the real response similar to the postman. Here, this is the postman response. Um, See, this is the response, similar response that we will see in the UI, get user info by ID. Second use effect, it uses the for the post data fetching, like the post that specific user has made. So it will be like for the data fetching, whatever the post that the user has made will be pulled up using this API. Okay, and so this code, this part of code will be the structure of this response that was given by this URL. So this use effect fetches all the posts, and it has a dependency on user post length, meaning it will rerun if the number of posts changes. Okay, and the data flow, how it goes here is component mounts first, and a user profile is fetched, and posts are fetched next. Okay, and the UI I will show. See, if you look here, main user view. See the post that the user has made. See, retrieved 3 posts successfully. Message and the data. If you look at the data, here it will show, see, posts, number of posts, user ID, content, likes, and timestamp. Everything will be displayed here. Okay, then coming to the blogs. This is little lengthy because I'm explaining all the APIs, so bear with me. So here also there is an API here that is used to display all the blogs that were made by this user. Post it's in the here 90s, yeah, here. So this is the API. So the blog post made by specific user are fetched using this API, and it gets the current logged in user profile information, and also the blog post list that was earlier fetched in the use effect. And here the purpose of this API is it gets all the blog posts, and also you can see individual post details. Okay, if you look here, there is one more piece of code. 132 detailed, see, detailed post information also you can find it using the post ID here, and I have shown in the postman as well. The similar response can be seen on the UI as well. Post, see, get post by user ID API, all the post info. See how many posts are there, how many likes are there for this post. Okay, and at what time it is created, who is the user who has created, and what is the status of the user, everything is explained here. And then next one is the network. So network, is this use effect manages the initial data loading for the network page, and the fetch user detail local, it will get the specific user details here. And it also like shows all the user cards that were created by this user. And we can auto select the first user, and we can update the UI states also. It displays the user grid plus user details. So error handling is done by the try-catch block for each API call, and loading the error states is also managed for the smooth UI flow. So this is pretty much about all the fetch responses that were made for individual APIs here. And this is how integration has been done, and it was tested in both UI and the Postman. So thank you for watching. Bye bye.